Welcome to our fundraising presentation on the Freedom Office Space and Funding Opportunity where membership has its privileges. This video intro is available to prospective business owner members, donors, and crowdfunding contributors on GiveSendGo.com. In this presentation, we will outline the problem, the need, the proposed solution, the incredible once-in-a-lifetime lease opportunity, and our funding strategy to make this mission a reality. For those who wish to learn about how the memberships will be structured, we will discuss the various in-house services that will be available to members, the pricing options, and how a prospective business member can get started with the Freedom Office Network. First, the problem. Since March of 2020, Christian and non-Christian businesses and churches alike have been under a constant planned assault from their governments that have forced them to shutter their businesses, restrict their services and hours, lay off staff, impose human rights violating so-called health measures on their staff and customers, and have been coerced by officials and courts under threats of onerous fines and/or loss of a business, food, or liquor license that is essential for them to operate. Some business owners and even pastors who have stood against these measures have been harassed and jailed to coerce them into compliance. The economic and psychosocial mental health consequences have indeed been devastating. Many entrepreneurs and pastors alike have been forced to operate from home or in underground private spaces to continue operations. Many employees have been mandated to work from home by employers who are able to transition to the virtual economy, at least temporarily. While not ideal, this has allowed a large part of the economy to continue functioning during these oppressive times. As the world begins to recover slowly, at least temporarily, from the current lockdown scenario, one cannot assume that we will not be subject to more of the same from tyrannical politicians and medical experts in the future. In the late 1930s and early 1940s, the underground movements of the French, English, Americans, and Canadians were instrumental in keeping the resistance movement going to defeat global tyranny. Logistics, supply chains, and resistance planning was often organized and facilitated by these freedom fighters, operating in secret right under the noses of their oppressors. The need. Today, we are in a serious need of an organized digital underground freedom movement that can assist small businesses, work-from-home employees, and budding entrepreneurs to mutually support each other in building out a freedom network of vetted, like-minded business owners and customers who are willing to work together for the benefit of the community. The solution. Our client, who shall remain anonymous, is in the process of establishing such a freedom network that will be home to hundreds of business owners and thousands of customers who will have access to a private, secure office space environment that will operate like a traditional business center with a mixture of both assigned and floating on-demand office spaces that can be booked by its members for hourly or daily use. Some businesses may require a dedicated office space, and 25% of the offices will be so designated. A common boardroom that can hold upwards of 40 people will be furnished with modern multimedia and web conferencing facilities and will be available to each member for hourly booking on a shared calendar. The inner core central floor area has a large meeting hall that can accommodate up to 150 people for mutual support group meetings, teaching pods for private homeschooling, and even private worship services, corporate functions, weddings, graduations, social events, parties, and family gatherings. Each week, an invitation-only trade show of participating businesses takes place that caters to the entire membership and their invited guests within the private hall, which is not subject to restrictions. The entire shared business center is not subject to medical mandates, as it is deemed a private medical support group that requires a membership subscription to attend. It is therefore an ideal structure to guard against future possible lockdowns and restrictions that would be placed on traditional business centers. This novel mutual support group membership-driven model allows like-minded business owners and consumers to be part of the freedom-fighting network of supportive merchants free from outside restrictions. VIP offers and member privileges will be attractive features of the membership. Also, this model eliminates the need for any individual business to get a business license, sign a sublease, pay property or business taxes, or be deemed to be a traditional business in the normal sense of the word. They will only be responsible for their own revenues, expenses, and business taxes. Those with a fixed office space membership will have the ability to display signage to promote their business to visitors and members. This brilliant model of the future allows businesses to get back into a more traditional public office space environment to add a level of professionalism and credibility without the typical hindrances, costs, and legal obligations that come with the subleasing prime office space. This model is a win-win scenario for all involved. The opportunity. We have been tasked with securing a suitable private office space for the Freedom Network community, and we have been extremely fortunate to be presented with a prime office space facility, which happens to be represented by two very supportive freedom-loving leasing agents representing both the would-be tenant and the landlord. The office building location is confidential so as not to expose the preferential rate that we are offered on a 5-year renewable lease at 25 to 50% below market relative to a comparable space in the area and even in the same building. Suffice it to say, the office location must remain private for purposes of this fundraiser. The funding strategy. We are in urgent need of the initial startup capital for the nominee corporation, the tenant, to pay for the security deposit and last month's rent on the nearly 17,000 square foot office space. The use of funds will be to turn your generous donation over to a newly formed corporation that will be the nominee tenant on the lease. We need approximately $35,000 in total funds to pay for required security deposits and initial rent, which will be due as of June 1, 2022. The remaining $30,000 will be used for capital equipment purchases of office equipment, admin costs, sales and marketing, and to provide each business with a subsidized marketing page and standalone business website to promote their brand. We will also be making some capital improvements to provide businesses with a multimedia production studio, photocopiers, phone system, and other office amenities so that the individual businesses can minimize their upfront costs to get started. It is anticipated that the monthly membership fees will cover the rent on a go-forward basis. Any excess funds raised will be used to cover other expenses such as future rental shortfalls. Your donation will literally help hundreds of small businesses get back on their feet after the last 2 years of rolling lockdowns and oppression they have experienced. In-person, face-to-face transactions between small business and customers is the key driver of the global economy, currently accounting for 70% of GDP. It is imperative that we help them survive and thrive in this increasingly hostile global environment where freedoms are under constant attack from all sides. Your donation will help support small business and community rebuilding based around faith in God and truth in all things. This successful model will become the plan for others to imitate. You can become a change vector to make great things happen and help us protect everyone's future freedom. We sincerely thank you for any amount you can donate to this important cause. Please see our donation page at www.givesendgo.com/Freedom Office Space Calgary. Let's discuss some of the services that will be available in-house to the members. To better assist small business owners, we are assembling an array of in-house service providers to help members with key aspects of their business that they may require. To start with, a business coach will help them map out a get-started plan to hit the ground running. Based on that advice, our marketing and web design company will create the printed materials such as business cards, brochures, and handouts, as well as build them a landing page on the membership portal and a standalone mobile-friendly website to enhance their brand. Various financial services, wealth coaching, investment advisory services, accounting, and tax planning will be available at preferred member rates. And finally, an in-house production facility will be available to help businesses create one-of-a-kind audio and video productions to really advertise their business using the #1 medium of the digital age, video. Studio time will be available by the hour for both audio podcasting and video production services. These are just some of the ideas we have, and more services will be added to the mix as members give us their feedback on what they require. Every business in the Freedom Network will need to buy a membership subscription, much like a structured gym membership based on their needs. Here's how the memberships will work. Businesses do not directly sublease an office. They do not pay rent. They do not need a separate business license. They do not pay property taxes. They do not pay common utilities. businesses do pay a monthly membership fee, they do choose a floating or fixed office option, they do select a monthly 1, 2, or 5-year term, they do schedule office space, boardroom, and studio times, and they do come and go as they please. All memberships will have the following commonalities: an option for floating drop-in use office space or assigned fixed-use permanent space on a first-come, first-served basis. All offices will be bookable by the hour, half-day, or full day, with a free upgrade to the next tier if 100% of the offices are booked in the current tier. Monthly and 1, 2, and 5-year term options will be available, and you'll save 5% on a 2-year term and save 10% on a 5-year term. Unlimited free use of the boardroom for term membership members, hourly rent for monthly members, and everybody must schedule their access. There'll be free attendance at the monthly social meet and greet party, and booking of large event space will be available between 1 and 4 times a month depending on the tier level that someone subscribes to. Bookable use of the audio-video production studio, which is rentable by the hour. Free trade show booth at the weekly Sunday market fair. And finally, a bookable rooftop patio for private functions. We have planned 4 tiers of membership. The Tier 1 membership will have 16 on-demand offices, and 4 of them will be available as fixed private spaces with personal signage. There's 6 offices that are on the perimeter of the building, which means they're windowed, and there's 10 additional offices internally. Available sizes will range from 100 to 124 square feet, and they're bookable by the hour, half day, or full day. Tier 1 members will have a once-a-month use of the main hall for corporate functions or whatever purpose they desire, and they can book the boardroom on an hourly basis. Memberships will be $150 a month for the floating use membership, and will range from $202 to $246 a month on a fixed use membership depending on the office that they choose. The second level Tier 2 membership offers access to 6 on-demand offices, with 2 of them available as fixed private space with personal signage. There's 5 of them that are on their perimeter, which means they're windowed, and there's 1 additional one that's internal, which does not have a window. Available office sizes will range from 125 to 174 square feet. Again, they're bookable by the hour, half day, or full day. Now, Tier 2 members will have access to the main hall twice a month and hourly on the boardroom. Memberships will run $200 a month on the floating use membership, and from $255 to $330 a month if they choose a fixed use office space. The next level of membership, Tier 3, features 6 on-demand offices, with 2 of them available as private fixed use with personal signage. 5 of these offices are windowed and 1 is internal, and the available office size will range from 175 to 224 square feet. Again, bookable by the hour, half day, or full day. And these members will be able to book the main hall 3 times a month, but will also have unlimited use of the boardroom as long as it's available. This membership was probably the most popular, will run at $250 a month floating use membership, and if someone wants an assigned fixed space, it'll range from $353 to $442 a month, depending on the office size they choose. Finally, the top level Tier 4 membership offers access to 5 on-demand offices, 2 of them available as fixed private space with personal signage. 4 of these offices are windowed and 1 is internal, and the available sizes range from 225 to 299 square feet. Once again, bookable by the hour, half day, or full day, and these members can book the main hall 4 times a month and have unlimited use of the boardroom as well. This membership will run $300 a month for the floating use membership, and if someone wants an assigned office space, $475 to $570 a month for the fixed use membership. Of course, no dream would be complete without a wish list of ideas. Some of the things we have envisioned for the Freedom Office Network space are color-coded rooms for easy identification, along with color-coded membership cards so we can easily identify who's supposed to be in what space. Possibly digital access locks, like the new library has a booking system and allows users to key in their code to the door, and the door will allow them in. We're looking at paying a referral fee of $100 per member who stays for 6 months, as well as VIP discounts of participating Freedom Network vendors, a multimedia room with audio and video, soundproofing and podcasting capability, as well as a wellness center, and including nutrition counseling and so forth. In-house marketing department, and of course a reception area and a receptionist. Our project has a break-even point once we are up and running as follows. We must enroll a minimum of 80 members at the Tier 1 level, but the likely blend of memberships will be as follows: 33 Tier 1 memberships, 15 Tier 2, 10 Tier 3, and 5 Tier 4 memberships. And then we have the one large tenant, which is the teaching pod, in the main hall membership, which is used during the day, Monday to Friday. Every business in the Freedom Network will need to buy a membership subscription, much like a structured gym membership based on their needs. To join the club, business owners need to request access at www.thefreedomnetwork.club. You need to complete the letter of intent form, pay a non-refundable initiation fee equal to 1 month of fees, and subscribe to the monthly membership fees, which are payable in advance. They'll get immediate access to the Business Center boardroom, main hall, weekly trade show, monthly social event, and any available office space while we're under renovation. They'll receive a referral fee to help recruit other members, and if the membership sales targets are met by May 31st, 2022, the lease will be finalized and full membership privileges and office access will commence for all members. If the membership sales target is not achieved by that date, then the lease option will be cancelled and renegotiation will commence. If you choose to cancel by that date, no refunds will be issued for fees paid to that point. We thank you for your attention to our project, and we look forward to receiving your generous contribution to this mission. If you are in the Calgary area, do consider bringing your business to the network and experience true freedom and the most loyal customer base you could ask for. Yes, as the saying goes, we are all on this together. Let's support each other along the way.